Fire responses for the current month, we had 147 responses, 3 general alarms. Year to date was 162 with 9 generals. Year to date, we're down, which is happy to report, down from 195, pardon me, which is a decrease of 16.9%. Ambulance responses for the month of April was a busy month, 767. Year to date was 2745. Year to date 2023, down slightly at 1.2% from 2781. Again, calls for service are still rising. So total unit unavailability time for TFES at the end of April was a total of 406.63 hours. We have surpassed the total hours for 2023, being 405.75 hours. We're continuing to actively recruit for both career fire paramedics and auxiliary firefighters. We had one interview on May 15th, and I'm happy to report that he's accepted a position with TFES, and his start date with us is on June 10th, and we've also hired 3 additional auxiliary firefighters in the last month. So for substance abuse, we had a total of 191 calls for service. Other substances, including alcohol, meth, crack, marijuana, Lysol, hand sanitizer, cocaine, and psilocybin, which is your mushrooms. We had a total of 43 calls for service over a 4-month period. We had 55 withdrawal calls. We had 18 overdoses. We had a 24 variety, which means it's been a substance of more than just one. And of course, the total for calls for service over the 4-month period, we had 331 calls. This is a new request from Council with respect to the category of substance abuse calls, and after discussing with my deputy, it would only be beneficial if we captured all the various of different substances out there with respect to our drugs and whatnot. So it's definitely a good baseline. It'll be interesting to see what happens, in April 2025 with respect to comparing numbers. I was a little surprised to see the numbers creeping up there in the double digits and triple digits, but again, it's from our perspective right now, it's a baseline. Now that a senior comms officer knows what to capture, we'll be on top of this moving forward. Fire pit inspections and special permits. Again, we've had special thanks going out to one of the crews that have taken upon themselves to do a bunch of re-inspections as they're coming in, because we know the weather is getting nicer, the days are getting longer, so we understand that community members want to be able to burn in their backyards. So again, we had 16 re-inspections. Year to date was 31. Us along with the RCMP, and again, thank you, Dave. I spoke with Rob Cleveland, and our schedules are aligning with respect to blitzing all the elementary schools over the next week and a half with respect to the importance and consequences of actually lighting fires within the community is bad enough. And of course, the enforcement side would be, that children over the age of 12 and over can actually be charged with arson. So again, we'll be blitzing those schools just before they get out for summer as a gentle reminder.